Hi everybody, it's Alan Van Wert here. I hope you like my shirt. Shred mode on. I had this shirt done recently so I could wear it in my live streams. By the way, if you don't know my live streams, go to twitch.tv/guitar lesson. I'm going to move my keyboard. I got to move it somewhere. I don't know where. We'll put it right here for now. That's fine. We'll get it out of the way. Because today, I'm going to be reviewing this FIFINE, I think is how you pronounce it, microphone. They sent this thing for me to check out because I do the live stream things now. Right now you're listening to me on a Rode K2, which is a really nice mic for a lot of different things. So we're going to take a look at this. I'm going to disassemble this. I'm saying that wrong. I'm going to assemble this. Let's see if I can get a close-up here without it being too crazy. Here's what we're looking at. I can't move things right. There we go. Isn't that fancy looking? So there's the microphone right here. A little bit heavy. Isn't that fancy? There's our mic. We got the shock mount. It's a little bit small. That should work okay though. Here's our plosive killer here. Cover for it so you don't get all your plosives into the microphone. This is the clamp for the desk. And this is the cool thing. Now, these alone aren't that expensive. So I'm going to see how high of a quality this build is for this thing itself, because I know these are notorious for like collapsing and smashing things. Actually, that's not true. It's just my imagination. Maybe it is true. I don't know. So anyway, we're going to get down to business here, and I'm not going to make you guys watch me put this together. That'd be a friggin' nightmare. So I will put it together, and we'll take a look, take a listen. We'll compare it to my microphones. I have absolutely no expectations that this thing is even going to come close to the quality of my microphones. Here's my Rode K2 microphone, close enough, about a foot and a half away. That's what this sounds like. So you could compare this sound to the microphone I'm going to be setting up here, just so you have a reference, frame of reference. This is like a $700-800 microphone I'm going through. It's a tube mic, so it's got that special something on there. All right, now this mic you hear me through is the Behringer B2 Pro. This is the mic I've had for a long time. It's a budget condenser, large diaphragm condenser. It works pretty damn well. I've used this for Twitch streaming probably the most because I'm not too afraid to break it. All right, now this is the FIFINE microphone right here. It's pretty cool. We're going to check the audio quality here. All right, I'm going to tell you right now, after a quick audio test, this sounds very nice for a human voice. It's got the right quality to it, especially if you have it in the range that I've got it right here. Now you want to keep it right about this distance. You could, of course, I mean, this isn't great all the time because it's right in your face, and if you're on video, depending on the angle, it might occlude your vision a little bit or theirs of you. I'm going to be honest, I really like the sound of this microphone. It is competing with my decent mics as far as like a voiceover for talking. There's a slight difference in the quality. And I am monitoring on NS10s. So they're going to be really sensitive to upper and mid-range sounds, like 1.5, 2K kilohertz. So I'm really hearing the qualities of the microphone when I listen back afterwards. And from the demo that I did quickly, this one has a very natural characteristic. It's a little bit bass heavy, which is good for most people because a lot of these streamers have little girl voices. They're like, I'm going to go and shoot everybody in Fortnite or whatever boring game that they're on that nobody really likes anymore. Their voices are always a little bit on the thin side. You don't have many like brassy tone down here. You don't have too many of those. So I think people probably like that proximity effect. So you want to get up closer like that to do that sort of sound. However, I'm assuming it'll have a lot of fall off. I didn't check the exact specs of the polarity, but if I drop this out this way, let's turn it up. Check 1 2. I could see people having it back far like this at times, get it out of their face, things like that. That's probably going to sound a little bit distant. Now, keep in mind also, this is the perfect test for a microphone. Check 1 2 because I'm in a studio here, so I have sound dampening going on. So watch, if I clap, I don't want to clip the mic. I'll put it over here. So watch. You don't get really any room sound. Also, my room is dead silent. 2 reasons. 1, I record in here, not just mix, but record. Number 2, I have OCD. And I like as close as I could get to absolute dead silence. Like you could hear me clicking my keys when I type, you know. And that's another thing. I was wondering, operational noise of this microphone. If I bump it, how much is this rejecting the sound? If I tap the table, if I move my mouse, how much sound is coming through this vibrating up to here, besides what we're actually naturally hearing. Now, of course, my Rode mic is on a really nice shock mount. It's like the most expensive friggin' shock mount I think you could get, for a couple reasons. One, I don't want it to fall and break. And number two, I want it to be dead silent when I'm singing or moving around or playing guitar. I don't want to bump, because you're moving around, you might bump something. So something like this shock mount, like I said earlier, it's a little bit small. I mean, honestly, that's what the frig. You're not making albums with this thing. If you're using it for streaming, it's more than enough. The sound quality is excellent. It's focused right here. So if I step out this way, you're gonna have a difference of sound. If I step out this way, if I'm way back here, versus the tone if you're actually speaking into it. So anybody who's doing a little bit of a stream, you could still see over this. But again, if you wanted to get it out of your way, you get the swivel. You could take it down here so I could totally see the screen. And I could still play my games, talk, or whatever. Now on my stream, I actually play guitar while I'm playing games at the same time. It's probably not important for me to say, but I'd give you that little cool thing I do. All right, so they gave me, now this is important because these things definitely go bad after a while. For the shock mount, they give you little bands for it. Now they're kind of basically like hair ties, essentially, is how this stuff works. And they also give you another one that's specific. Now I don't know how I couldn't build my own one of these. Really, I could maybe duct tape or something. But this holds on the pop filter to the microphone stuff. You just slip it right on there. There's a mute button right here, so I'll engage the mute. You'll see it change color from green to red, just like that. Now on the back, there is a headphone adapter. So if you want to listen to yourself, because you have like some kind of an egomaniac thing going on, you really need to hear your voice extra loud, you could plug into a headphone adapter in the back. It looks like an 1/8 inch jack. I don't have to do that because I could hear myself, because I'm a human with ears in my own head. I don't understand needing to do that. This is USB out. They give you the adapters for all the USB types that are current and everything, so I had no problems plugging it right in. Now, besides the USB, you also have the output right here. So if you were recording to a phone, I'm pretty sure you could plug it into your phone and record with that if you had to as well. In a pinch, I guess that'd be fine. I've done weird stuff like that for years. I used to wire stuff backwards just to make things work. You could take a speaker and use it as a microphone and stuff. They're all transducers. That's what I always say. But anyway, I guess that's that. It's a quick little review. The clamp is pretty sturdy. The problem is I have this standing desk, right? So the problem, which is lovely, it helps because then I can stand up when I'm recording or whatever. But the problem with a standing desk in this particular case, this clamp, it just barely fits over the extra metal. It's like about 2.5 inches on the sides. So I had trouble mounting it. So I slid it up here and it mounts here because this is just wood. There's no metal bracing here, so it fits a little bit better. It did fit on the back, but it was a little almost starting to go crooked, and I didn't trust it, and I didn't want to break this thing or anything before I got to do a little demo for you. So for the small amount of money as an investment for anybody who wants to get into streaming, I know most people aren't going to invest as much money. Here's the thing. The microphones that I use, the video and lighting stuff I use, I don't just do this to stream. Streaming's like a side stupid little thing I do for fun. I do professional video and audio, mostly. I don't even know if I could say professional video because it's mostly for myself. But the audio I definitely do as a job. So I just happen to have microphones for recording anyway. So don't think, if you're going to stream, you need like 1,000 upwards microphone. That's insane. Nobody needs that. In fact, especially for a human voice where you're just shouting at a video game over here. So if I wanted to, I could probably rotate this thing right here and say, hey guys, I hope you like the stream today. I'm just going to sit here and relax, play some guitar. You guys could ask me questions about how I'm so damn fast on the guitar, and I'll answer the questions honestly. But yeah, this microphone is pretty friggin' awesome, actually. I'm surprised. I thought, well, here we go. We got some weird mic. I've never heard of this company until just now when they sent this thing out. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. I have no concerns, honestly. I mean, as long as this thing holds up, it's pretty sturdy. You know, I'd say maybe a longer USB, but of course you could just extend your USB with another cable if you wanted. I would say if you don't have a microphone and you've been using something like really ghetto, like some weird headset thing, this is going to be a step up because the headsets there's such a small diaphragm that it's going to really reduce the fullness basically of any source, but of your vocal. This will work for your vocal when you're doing your video game stuff streaming. It really, I suggest, I actually recommend, I'd say give it a shot. In fact, I might start using this instead of my expensive mics because this is a little bit safer feeling and easier, and I don't have to worry about those, and I could maybe put them away until I need them for other stuff. Because this is like, well, if I drop it, whatever, it's not a huge expense, you know, not too bad. Plus, I really like that I have it on this mount. And I'll be honest, I was going to buy one of these mounts anyway, but it's nice it came with it. I always wanted to have a setup like this. I feel like I'm some radio announcer. In fact, I've been on radio shows, and they have a similar setup, and I swear to God, this mic sounds probably better than some of theirs. They had a lot of processing going on with compression and gating. By the way, I wanted to mention that. This is through the USB, so I'm not running all this rack gear. You might think, oh, he's running. I have none of that going. The top is just my Kemper, and I honestly put that on just so you can see that cool-looking Alien. That's the only reason I turn that on, because my Kemper, I have it hooked up to the Alien. That's weird, but that's the way I do it. Yeah, there's no processing at all. This is my natural voice. Now, I could process it in post, but I am definitely not going to because that would be sleazy. This is all going to be straightforward, including my mics. No processing at all. All the stuff you heard is direct in. There's absolutely nothing touching it. No EQ, nothing. So this is just the natural sounds you're hearing. So this is the real deal. There's no screwing around. This is going to do a good job of just picking up what's right in front of it, but it will pick up the room. And unfortunately, I don't have a bad room to show you that. But if I was in a room with a lot of reflection, that's going to probably come back into the microphone, especially when you start turning it up more and more. That's why it's better to be close to the damn thing. If I'm far away like this, the room has more of an opportunity to get everybody to turn it up. So if you're looking for a perfect sound quality, kind of like what I've got going here, it's not about plugins or any special super expensive microphone. It's essentially the room you're in. You want to kill all the external noise and dampen reflections in the room and make it a very natural sounding environment as best as you can for the situation you're in, and then get a decent quality. It doesn't have to be the best microphone ever, you know. But this is a good mic here. I'd suggest getting it. I'm happy with it. I'm probably going to end up actually using this microphone, which is strange. But I had a feeling I was just going to do a giveaway or something. But and then people could hear me super close up while I'm putting on chapstick. I do this thing on my stream where people could pick what chapstick I put on. And I don't know why they're more interested in that than my guitar playing. You would think somebody my level giving free advice on guitar would be the draw. No, they want to watch me play old Amiga games and put on chapstick. So that's the world we're in today. All right, guys. I'll catch you soon. By the way, I'll put up the information in the comments underneath here for the company who makes this microphone, the FIFINE, and also information maybe on my mics too, so you could see if you like the sound of those. You could check those out. If you're wondering about what kind of sound dampening do I have in the room, I built it myself. You just go to Lowe's, get some Roxol Safe and Sound bats. There's actually Owens Corning would be better, but it's expensive and hard to find because somebody bought all of it like a jerk so they could make a profit. You know how that goes. But yeah, get some rock. We'll throw it inside of a frame, build like a light wooden frame, and put some speaker cloth to hold it all together. And you put that over your walls. Try to space it out from the wall about 1 inch to 2 inches. with those little L bracket sorts of things and hang them all over the place, especially in target areas where you know there's reflections. And then magically, you sound way the hell better when you're recording, because then you don't have any room sound. All right, check out my Twitch. It's twitch.tv/guitar lesson. So head out over there and add me on Twitch and Facebook and whatever else. And I'll help you out. I've been helping people for years with guitar. I got a nice message today from someone saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're part of this group thing." And it was like a Facebook group for Jackson Guitars or something. He says, "I followed you years ago, and you taught me so much about picking. I'd inspire him to practice his guitar, and he got a lot better. He's a good guitar player." And he's saying that maybe a little bit was because of me. See that? So I do something. I'm not totally pointless in this room with this nice microphone. All right, have a good one.